Welcome back everyone to another episode. Today is going to be a bit of a different one. For anyone that's new here and doesn't know, Megan and I rebuilt this vintage caravan that is 51 years old. It took us 8 months to do it, and I'm by no means an expert at this, which for those of you that have been following along will definitely know that. This is really not good. But I feel like I have gained a lot of confidence over the 8 months of rebuilding it. We are now on a 2,000 acre property here in New South Wales in the absolute middle of nowhere, and we're going to be installing something we wish we had installed in WA when we were rebuilding the caravan. It is going to be a game changer. I hate saying that word, but it is going to be a game changer. And by the end of the video, you should be able to install it yourself. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So the air conditioner we're going to be installing today is a Truma Sapphire Comfort RC from Caravan RV Camping. Now you're probably looking at it going, well, that's not going to fit on your roof. That's because it's not going on the roof. It goes in your caravan. So we actually didn't plan for this to go in the caravan, but it just so happens to be that under our bed is the perfect spot for it. We have too much solar on the roof, so we're never going to fit one that gets installed on the roof. So this is it here. It's 22 kilos, 23 kilos I think. It's made out of like a polystyrene. It's a weird texture, isn't it, Megan?
Yeah.
It's got your 3 outlets here, so all your cold air comes out of here. It's only 240 volts, so I've had an electrician put on a 240 volt plug for us. Comes with this as well, so you've got your remote control sensor, which you can put anywhere in your van, and you know what I mean. You've got 3 vents here that you can choose to put around your caravan. We're just going to install 2, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a blackout plate for the 3rd one because we don't need so many. Obviously everyone's going to be different and you can use what you want, but it comes with all your ducting for it as well, and it's actually like a reverse cycle, so we got hot and cold, which is pretty cool to have as well. I'll just run you through some technical data. So the main things, oh there you go, 23.5 kilos it weighs, and the dimensions are 628 long, 400 wide, and 290 high. So it's not that big. Well, I don't think it is anyway. Max cooling power is 2.4 kilowatts and heating power is 1.7 kilowatts. So those are probably the most interesting things to know, and there's a heap of other stuff on there. You got your mounting brackets as well. This is probably the best thing ever. Throughout the build of the caravan, I wish we had this kind of stuff. So it comes with full sketch, what would you call it? Diagram to put on the floor, drill your holes, cut your holes. So with this aircon, it's got 2 drip, well, I don't know, what would you call them? It's probably in the instructions, but anyway, you got, let's just say that water comes out of these 2 holes in layman's terms. So you got this hole here and this hole here, which is a larger rectangular hole that we got to cut. One is your air in and hot air out. So cold air in, hot air out, which is also open to the ground. So we'll get into that in a minute. We've also got this vent here. So you see this here, this is going to be sucking in the cool air that is inside the caravan, and this here is our thermostat. So it's pretty important that the aircon sucks in the cool air that's circulating in the caravan. Now this thing here, like I said, we didn't plan for this to go into the caravan, so we're probably not going to use this, because if we were to use this, the aircon goes here inside the bed. That's it's not going to look good, is it? So we're lucky in that our bed has huge gaps at the end of it, on the side of it, and basically all around the bed it has heaps of air that can be sucked in from around the sides instead of coming through that. And we don't actually have anything under our bed because we have too much storage, so we don't have anything under there, and I think it's going to be okay. So we'll run it for a while and we'll see how it goes, and we might have to think about putting a vent in later down the track, but I don't think we're going to need to. Pretty easy install really. We've got some hole saw bits and a bit of glue and some closed cell tape, which is here. So I'll show you what we'll use that for in a minute, but if you come over here, we will get under the bed. Okay, I'll try to get cut. So I'm in the bed.
And you don't look awkward at all.
I'm very awkward. But this is going to be so easy to do because they've done this for us. So I've actually already drilled the 2 drip holes, which these 2 things here slot in. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to tape this paper down Then we're going to cut out the 2 rectangular holes or square holes for the inlet and outlet of the aircon. And then I'm going to seal the wood so we get no water rot or anything like that, and it's all nice and sealed. I'm also going to put a closed cell tape around the rectangular holes that I cut so that that's really sealed up. And then I'm going to strap the aircon in and it's going to be in place, and then we can start to run our ducts and all that kind of stuff. Ta-da! It fits. I'm actually really surprised how well that went in. This is very awkward. We cut the holes and we place the aircon in, and what you do is you put your brackets, that, you know, those 4 brackets I showed you, we screwed them in on this side and this side where the strap is, placed the aircon in and lined it up with this line. So there's like a groove for the strap here. Hard to explain, but when you're looking at it, it's much simpler. And it's just lined up. Every single hole has lined up perfectly. I've gone out and had a look underneath and it's perfect. So it's all in, secured. That one strap, you're probably thinking it's not going to hold it, but it's in there. Then you got the brackets on this side and this side as well, so it can't go left, right, it can't go anywhere. So we've just plugged the IR piece in, so the bit that controls the remote. So we've got to figure out where we're going to put that. I think I'm going to put it there. When I say figure it out, I've already figured it out. Then we're going to screw that in. We'll screw our remote controller on, and then we'll start running our duct, and then we can plug it in. It's done. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, that was simple.
All right.
You look like you need an aircon.
Well, look what I've got here. Yes, it is hot today, hey. It's 30 degrees today, so today's a good test to, but after we get it installed, it'll be a good test to see how it goes. So we've installed the receiver and the remote on the wall there. It looks pretty good. So we now are going to go into the ducts. So a lot of ducting has come with it. I think it was 5 meters. So you got 3 holes here, as I was saying before. This hole here, closest to me, lets out the most air. And then there's a medium one, and then there's a low pressure. So this low pressure one, I've just chucked that in there, and it kind of blanks it off because we don't really need it right now, but we'll leave the option open. So I put that one there and blanked it off. And then the medium one, I'm going to run up through the top of our bed head there, which I'll show you in a second. And then the highest pressure, we're going to run just above Megan's, just in her dowels there. I won the battle again. So we're going to cut another hole in there, and that higher speed is just going to go throughout the whole main living area, so that'll be nice, I think, eh? We're going to drill those holes now and hope to God they go well. Success. We've got our main living room area ducting going out to there. I didn't ruin Megan's dowels, so everyone's happy. We've ran one all the way up to the bed head here, which I'll show you in a second. But I just wanted to show you an example of how the ducting is all connected in and all that kind of stuff. So there's some ducting there, and what you do is you got your face bit and then the middle bit here, which goes behind, you don't see it. So that kind of just goes into there like this, like that, and then it screws tight. You got to be careful, you've got about that much thickness there. So that's how thick your wall can be, really. Get a good look at that. So this here would probably not work. So just keep that in mind, how thick your wall is. We have thin ones, so we were lucky. So once that's on like that, got your face one on, then you put your ducting in and you push it in like that, and then it's done. So just keep that in mind, what kind of wall you're putting it on. And then it comes with a final clip as well. So I'm going to put that here now. Can you see that, Megan? Which really clamps on the ducting so it doesn't rip out there. So that's nice and tight, it can't come out now. So up in the bed area, we've run it up through our bed head. Our bed head has a heap of storage in there, and it's just lucky the way we've designed all this has worked out perfectly, hasn't it? So it's come up and we've cut a piece of our bed head lid that covers the storage area of it, and I've glued the cut piece down, drilled a hole in it, and up comes our duct and into the nice face bit. So that's going to be nice in the room. It's come up nice. It fits really nicely. All the ducting looks good.
And we still have heaps of storage as well.
Heaps of storage still. So I've plugged it in. All we got to do is set it up now. Turn it
Wow,
on.
that was so good.
Yeah, it's so hot. I'm so hot in here. All right, let's go do that. Is it cold? I can feel it.
This feels like deja vu with getting excited over the diesel heater, but it is really nice.
It's so good. Go.
What fan mode is that on? Oh, that's not even on full fan.
That's not full.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Ready?
Is that low?
No, that's going to start pumping.
Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Never leaving the caravan again.
We literally never have to leave.
Classic.
Metal is so high tech.
That's wicked. And it's using 70 amps of battery right at the moment, 71. So we got 8 amps coming in from one series of solar, 8 amps in the other. So we've got about 16 amps coming in, and then it's drawing 72 amps at the moment. So that's pretty good.
Many hours to 0?
We've got 5 hours to 0.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
That's good. Pretty happy with that.
How good?
We're pretty stoked, guys. So just before we wrap it up, I'll run you through a few things that the instructions said to do. Before you can even turn the air conditioner on, you put your batteries in this controller, obviously, and you hold the setup button, which is down here on the bottom, and you hold it at the receiver until the receiver turns blue. A flashing light will come on and it will let you know that you are linked up with your receiver. So your remote and receiver are ready to go. You then turn it on and your aircon starts working. I'm so happy. And a few takeaways as well would be you're going to need a 50mm and a 60mm hole saw bit. And this bit here, which I still have to do. So you know how I cut the holes underneath the caravan there? For the inlet and outlet holes, you need to screw these vents up so that no bigger rocks can go up and all that kind of stuff. So I'll go do that now. Honestly, the instructions were so easy. Hey,
Yeah.
it was very straightforward, and I would do that again. So thank you, Caravan RV Camping. Don't forget, guys, if you want to buy anything off the website, you can use our code JM30 and it gets you $30 off anything over $300. So thank you, guys. We're going to enjoy the rest of our day and work in a beautiful Myrtle. It's going to be so good. I'm going to sleep so well. I love my caravan.